You look awesome.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Now you look nice. Like you're one of us.
Yeah, I'm one of you.
Not even you look like.
I am.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yes. Very good.
Awesome.
Hey. One.
Wonderful.
Very good.
You're very much welcome.
Yes.
I'm happy to see you again.
Me too. Yes.
Now you've come here. You visited me.
Yes, I have come to visit you because there are some few things I have noted or I have discovered in my pilka, and I would want you to put them into perspective.
Okay.
First of all, I do understand that this motorhub,
the motorhub,
is the motorhub.
Somarebo.
Quality redefined. Absolutely.
Of course.
No doubt about that.
Yes,
I believe that for you to be here, you are not just here to sell cars, but also you are here to solve certain problems or to bridge certain gaps in the society concerning the automobiles and concerning the mobility.
Exactly.
And I am pretty sure, I know they cut across.
They do cut across.
From the use
to the fresh imports.
Fresh imports to the importance of a certain vehicle into the space of people's lives. And right now, maybe what we should focus on is why sell a car. Maybe that's what I should ask.
Basically, why sell a car?
Why sell a car or why offer cars? Yeah.
Thank you so much. One, I want to appreciate that you've been a very loyal customer to us, a very preferred client. Thank you so much, and we are happy that you're here again. And from your perspective, or from how you come to us, we have served you. You always come, you buy cars from us. Why do you buy cars from us? One, it is because of the purpose, the very purpose. Why is it that you want that car? You have to have a definite purpose. It will help you in solving the very problem that you have. So one, you buy a car to come and solve your problems. Which problems? Like for mobility purposes. For instance, you want to rush from place A to place B. Instead of you getting to the stage, waiting for the mat, it takes hours, and then you get late to your appointments. You find it easy for you to come, buy a car at your own convenience, and you get to the meeting place on time.
And that's why I am here, because I told you I have become one of the biggest plugs of so many people.
Yes, they call you plug master.
Yes. Because I have realized that everybody has his or her own ego and desire. You know, what makes you happy, you know, what makes you feel good, what does your eyes attract, you know, what do you get attracted to? Like when you come to vehicles, we have got all these robust models, you know, from Mercedes-Benz to X-Trails to Range Rovers to Jeep, Villas, to Prado, to
Lexus, across the board.
And all these vehicles, they look good and appealing to individuals and to the purpose as to how that vehicle will be used. You find that there are some people who buy cars, then they realize that the car they bought did not match who they are or what they do. Like for example, I met another guy. He wanted, he bought a Lexus 570 petrol, but he realized that the kind of work they do is to go around East Africa. So far that this car is not serving him nicely. Now he was looking for the same Lexus, but now this time round 450D, which you know, it's for long distances.
For long distance. It increases for long.
For long distances, and then they serve this particular. Now that's the car that now he's looking at, and that's the car I'm looking to plug. So, and then you know we still have others who we still continue.
Yeah.
So basically, I met a guy who bought a Lexus 570 petrol, and his job is to move around East Africa. Then he realized that this guy is not serving him the best, because that car would only fit him if he was just moving from house to office and to move around Nairobi, short distances, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But right now he's moving around East Africa and finds that he needs LX 450D,
okay,
which is diesel.
Yes.
And it's made for long distances,
for long distances.
cruise.
Yes.
It's quite a heavy duty
It's a
car.
heavy one,
yeah, and it's quite powerful in terms of like torque.
Yes.
That is the Newton meter. So it can be able to cruise into steep slopes. I mean, climb and go into steep slopes because it has a lot of power.
What was the challenge with the LX 570?
It couldn't serve him best because now I remember even myself. There was a time we had an assignment sometimes back with an NGO, and we were supposed to go to Mount Suso. So we had a car. It was a Prado, and we climbed to Mount Suso to the top with the car. We went to the car to the top. You know, when this guy was telling me we are going to climb Mount Suso with the car, I couldn't believe what he's saying.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yes.
But I'm telling you, we cruised all the way Mount Suso. We went to the first level, and then we went up to the top with the car. And that's when I totally understood the power of the cars, because that car was very powerful. It was like literally climbing the mountain.
Okay.
So when you hear Mount Suso, it's a mountain. It's not like a joke. It's a mountain. But that car, it went through and then it went back. So I realized that some of these vehicles, they are designed for specific reasons.
Yeah,
now you cannot take LX 570 into such kind of a task. It will not serve you best. So now you need a vehicle that will serve you into that particular purpose. And you need to select a few vehicles depending on what is in your heart, like what makes you feel comfortable.
Okay, that is it.
Yeah.
And now, since you have gotten a variety of vehicles from here, I would want you to tell our listeners and our viewers what drives you towards a certain model. What makes you come for, like the other day, you came specifically for Audi Q5 S-Line.
Yeah.
What did drive you? What motivated you? What provoked you, prompted you to come for the Audi?
I would tell you for a fact that I do represent so many men in this country and in this world, that when you are driving an Audi, the name itself, Audi, all eyes on me, you know what I'm saying? So when you move, they turn.
All eyes on you.
It turns, you know, it turns the attention, and you feel, you what do we call this? You uplift your ego, you know, your
ego is like somehow massaged.
You massage your ego. Your self-esteem is raised to a certain level. You feel like you're important. You feel self-importance when you are driving that car. You feel even some kind of a special feeling when in that car, when you're holding that steering. You feel like you can even cruise it. You're just feeling it, just feeling it. Yes. And especially if you're driving around the city, Audi Q5 would suit you the best. And it's not the kind of car that would go very well with ladies. This is a men's car. Yeah, this is men's car, and you know it has a sunroof, so you want to open, get fresh air, you know, like carry few people.
And on that note,
I've
also realized that most of the ladies, they do not go for the Audi Q5. What could be the reason?
Because the ladies are more economical than men. You know, for men, it's about the image. For men, it's about the image.
Does it mean that ladies don't care about the image?
No, they don't care about the image.
Really?
No, they don't. In fact, most of the ladies, before they buy a car, they consult their husband or their boyfriend. Now, which car do you think is best? So the car that a lady would choose is the one that is more girlish. It's like a she. You know, it's like a she. You know, you cannot have a male thing and you're like,
it's somehow feminine.
It's how feminine. You're like what we call in other language, a sleek, nice car. You know, sleek, nice car. Just like a nice lady. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
So the ladies would choose that kind of a car, and that's why you see most of them, especially On entry point, they would go for Mercedes-Benz B180. They would go for a Nissan Juke. Some of these cars with a very nice designs and some. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. And they look good, you know. But you know, for men, they want to get a car that roars like a lion. That we will see. They will go for a car like a Ford. Masculine, you know, like it's a car that roars on the road.
I have arrived.
Yeah, I have arrived. And then you will see the same guys would go for a car like Mercedes-Benz GLE 350D, you know, diesel, and then they put this loud noise, and then when they pass, there's a presence, or there's a car that has passed here. You know, that's men's car.
Yes, okay.
But for women, they want something quiet, like a Honda Vezel, like a Volvo. You know, you see so many Volvos. You see ladies.
Volvo XC60.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, when it passes, oh yeah, that's a lady. Oh, that's a lady. And then sometimes, you know, they carry babies. You don't want to make noise for the babies. You want to cool car. You know, even when it is starting, they want a smooth takeoff. You know. So that's why they also go for hybrids, you know, quiet car.
Very cool, very quiet.
Yeah, very quiet car. Those are some of the people. Then now from there, you would go now to these other SUVs, which are good for cruising, for adventures. You will see many will go for ladies. They will advocate for a car like RAV4. You know, it's quite quiet, but it's an adventure car. It's a 4-wheel drive. You get them. But for men, they would go for these wild cars. Like they would go for a car like this one, like a Hilux, you know. Hilux. And some of them will even go for the manual transmission. They want to be engaged, you know, throughout when they are driving the whole journey, you know. And then they want to have a car that has space for people, because men don't like traveling alone. They carry a bunch of people.
They're not selfish.
Yeah, they carry something, even a walking stick, you know, like when they are going to the new. So they have a nice time together, spacious, because men are literally spenders.
True.
Like one journey of men, they would spend as much as like 4 times how much a lady would spend on a certain journey.
Of course,
yeah, because they will go, they will have some drinks, they will have some nyama choma, they will have some adventures in the car. It's lively. So men do want a spacious car, like 5 to 7 seater, you know, mostly 7 seater. So they would go for TXL, you know, they would go for VXL,
VXL,
you know,
TXL,
you get TZGs, you know, like 7 seaters. Then if there's somebody who is on a Range Rover, they would go for a Range Rover Vogue, you know, you know, quite a big car. It has space, you know, like you can put kids at the back, or you can keep bags in the back, and then here you have got all this other space for yourselves, and it's quite comfortable. And then you have space to do things, you know, you can turn around to pick calls and to talk to people and to high five with the car. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're still in a house. So this it's all goes dynamic of different people, you know. What do you love? And many people, they also love what you call color. There are people like these expensive cars. You find they have specific colors, like the gray, silver, and brown. Or red. Not really red. Red is for, let me say, red is for people who would go for like CX-5. These compact SUVs like X-Trail, they would go for red color. But these big cars like Range Rover Vogue, Autobiography, they would go for brown grayish color. That's it. Or black. But you rarely find somebody on a white Range Rover. It's one in a white.
Is there any meaning to those colors?
Yes, there's a meaning.
What does it mean?
It's called the colors for
because it's very rare to find reddish TXL.
Yeah.
This color.
In fact, I don't know if I have ever seen a TXL, the red TXL. I've never seen one.
I haven't seen either.
Yeah, if someone comes and asks me for a red TXL, I'll be like, oh, what that? Because I've never seen one. These are the colors of, these are called commanding colors. Black, gray, or silver, brown, and now to an extreme gold. These are rare colors.
Are they somehow associated with power?
Yes, but they don't go for red.
They don't go for red.
They don't go for red. Like, for example, if you find most ambassadors and CEOs of huge organizations, diplomats, they would go for brown or black or gray. Gray, black, brown.
Yes.
Those three colors, they revolve around those colors. If you find one with white, it's probably an employee. An employee, an employee, a senior employee would go for white color because you want to be safe. You know, you want to be seen like a nice guy in the office. You know, he's like the one who's peacemaker. You know, you get what I'm saying? It's an image. It's an image. But the owners of those entities and senior people, they would go for black, gray, or brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Benson. Now, when you come into the showroom, like now you're in Motor Hub, other than the purpose, other than the use of the car, what other quality do you look for?
There are few things like where we are today. Technology has really picked up. We have cars that looks like almost like an AI. Yeah, like say for example, look at Land Cruiser LC300 2022 all the way to 2024. That car is an intelligent car.
Sure.
Everybody would want to drive an intelligent car because it is doing a lot for you. It's easier. It's very difficult for you to have an accident with that kind of a car because at every moment it's giving you instructions.
It's like you are in constant communication.
Communication, yeah. You have an attachment with that car. It's helping you to be in to be in the right drive mode or whatever.
Yes.
If it is transmission, is automatic. If it is lane, it has got a lane assist. It has got parking sensors. So it has got camera 360. Now that car, you know, when you are inside that kind of a car, you are like safe. You know, you are in a safe car. And most of all these cars that are coming from all the from 2018 moving forward, they have got those kind of utilities which most of the car buyers are really considering. Number two, there is a sunroof. People would go for a car that has a sunroof for specific reason. You want when there is a sun and you are driving a long distance, you want to give yourself some vitamin D, but you don't want to come out of the car. You don't want to waste your time. You still want to get your vitamin D as you still drive the car. So that's another option. Then we have got issues of four-wheel drive. You know, if a car is four-wheel drive, depending on where you stay or how you use the car, they would be like, I want a car which is four-wheel drive. Then we have got cars that have got adjustable suspension with air suspension, like Jeeps. So those are the cars that you would go for adventures of competition. Sure. You would go for with that kind of a car, and you don't have problem with money. You know, that car can consume as much as you want the whole day. You can put the fuel of about 10,000. You don't care. Because you have a purpose with destiny. You have a challenge you want to overcome for yourself. And you have to be there. So you want a car that meets that particular purpose. Like for example, it looks like a job, but there's some people who spend their time in animal orphanages, in national parks to cruise all the. So they would choose a car like a Jeep, either a Jeep Overland because it has got adjustable suspension, or Wrangler, or they can go now for Prado. TX or TXL, or they can go for a car like X-Trail. It can also serve the same purpose. And those kind of vehicles, high vehicles like Discovery will also put the same case because they have got quite a huge clearance of about 8 inches, 8 inches ground clearance. That is enough to go for those kind of cruises. But now when you come now to other cars, like for example GLE, Porsche, GLC, Volvos, those kind of cars. These are cars you would move around in the city. You know, those are weekend cars. What I say is weekend cars. When weekend is here and you need to move around and you need some command and you need some real noise out there, and it's a therapy. Let me tell you, even driving a car itself, it's a therapy.
True.
It's a therapy. And just as much as you would want to go to a therapist to shape your life, there's someone who would get into a car and just have a ride.
That by its own, that's a therapy.
That's a therapy on its own. You get into a car, you put the right music, you put your drink there, and you just ride.
Just drive across the city,
see around, you know, have the chaos, you know, enjoy life, watch things, you know. It's a therapy in its own. And then you would choose a car that would would suit you. You know, some of these cars like GLE, Porsche, GLC, Mercedes, that would suit that kind of a job. Even Volkswagen Tiguan would also suit the same thing, because like if you go for an all-space, Tiguan all-space, it has got a sunroof.
Yeah, it has got sunroof, yes.
And nice wheels,
Yes.
sexy ones.
Yes.
It's a nice car to
Very
move around the
spacious.
city. It's like it will have eyes turning on it, because it's a nice car.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
Now, there could be a person there who is looking forward to buying a family car. What advice would you give that person?
Depending on your economic status, you can start from compact SUVs to luxury SUVs. If you don't, if you're not in for luxury SUVs, because most of the luxury SUVs, they are basically family cars. All of them. Luxury SUVs, they are basically family cars, because they are big, they are spacious, and they suit. They have got all the security features. Top of Range Rovers, TXL, TZG, Kakadu, VXL, top of Trooper, top of I said Range Rover, your Vogue, Autobiography, Sport, all those guys. Top of Lexus, LX600, 550 GX, 550, 550. Is it 500D? Sorry, 500D. Yes, all those vehicles, they are all luxurious, but they are also family cars because they are safe. You know, you want to have your family in a very safe drive or in your daily job. But then again, if that's not, it's not your class, you can go now for the compact SUVs. You can go for CX-5, CX-3. You can go for Volvo XC60. You can go for Volkswagen Tiguan. You can also go for a Golf. You can go for Mercedes-Benz B180. You can go for E220, E200, C-Class, all the C-Classes. You can go for GLE, GLC, all of them, Coupe or GLC, the normal one, or even ML, or even GL Mercedes-Benz. Those are all cars that you can use for family. Don't forget, X-Trail is there, Vezel is there, and especially for ladies, Vezel works best for family.
Wow.
It's one of the best.
Wow. That is very great.
Yeah.
Now, what would you consider when you want to maybe choose between four-wheel drive and a two-wheel drive, turbocharged and non-turbo?
First of all, let's talk about that turbocharged and non-turbo. First of all, non-turbo doesn't have a lot of engine power. The torque is a bit low. It's a bit low because it has to organically burn the fuel to produce the power by itself. You know, the more you inject fuel, it burns so that it can generate the power. But the turbocharged one, it gives power because what fuel is mixed with oxygen, thrown into the cylinder, and then it combusts and it produces a lot of power because of oxygen. So the oxygen at every stroke of the piston, it's more powerful than just the normal pistons without the turbocharge. So the turbocharge, it helps the car to burn the fuel and to produce more power. So you use less fuel, get more power, longevity.
Wow.
You get.
And many people do fear the turbocharged. They presume that it consumes a lot of fuel. Is that true?
That is not.
At the end of the day, will it have consumed more than the normal?
No, that is not true. If you look at an engine, let's say for example, 2000cc engine, turbocharged and non-turbocharged. Non-turbo will consume more than the turbocharged. In the long run, it will consume more. So if you get, now what happens is that people would go, if you get a car like say for example 4000cc turbocharged, and then you press too much fuel, it will burn it. But is it necessary? It is not necessary. So by the way, let me tell you,
What is this?
do not worry about this car. Even if it gets rained on, it's still okay.
It's not at risk.
No, this is
It's not
waterproof.
risky.
It is waterproof.
Oh,
It is waterproof. It's okay. It's fine.
Thanks.
Yeah. So,
So you said at the end of the day, the one who has got a turbocharged unit,
yeah,
and the one that has got non-turbo, you'll find that the one with non-turbo will tend to consume more
Yes.
as compared to the turbocharged.
And I think we did that experiment sometimes back. We had a Range Rover which is about 4,500 cc, and we had another vehicle which is about 3.6 liter, 3,600 cc, non-turbo. And the non-turbo consumed 6,000, while the other turbo consumed less than 5,000.
Of which the
and the turbo one, the engine capacity is even higher.
It is even higher.
It is even
but
higher.
ends up consuming
less than the non-turbo.
So unasema wasiogope zenye.
Wasiogope because in fact mimi I wouldn't if I get a car with turbo, I'd go for it. Turbo charge. Yes. Double turbo charge. By turbo, the best.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Because you know you just need to very small fuel, and then it gets power, and then you move. You just want to move, not to burn the fuel.
Sure.
You want to move the car. So now that's why we are now moving into turbocharge. You know, look at the hierarchy. Non-turbo, turbocharge, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, electric.
Oh, that's the sequence.
That's the sequence. So as you move towards that level, from high consumers to zero.
That's awesome.
Yes. And now we are moving into electric and plug-in hybrid. I know you understand what is plug-in.
Yes.
It's where you can charge
you can go and charge
plug
it.
it into the electric socket and plug the engine.
Let it charge for quite some time until it's fully charged.
Yes, and then we have now pure electric, which they cannot move without charge. They have to be charged for them to move.
And is it not somehow confusing between the hybrid, the plug-in electric vehicles, and now the pure electric?
Oh yeah,
what's the difference?
I think we can actually debunk those
I
confusions.
wonder.
We have hybrid.
Yes.
Normal hybrid. What happens is that when you are driving the car, the engine charges the battery. So then the car decides when to use the engine and when to use the motor.
So it's automatic.
It is automatic. It senses. Inajua charge imefika mahali fulani, now I can use it. Inaitumia to a certain point, then ina switch to fuel. Then it alternates automatically. Okay. You don't have control over that.
That is a hybrid.
That's hybrid.
Okay.
That's hybrid.
Okay.
It is fuel efficient as well. You cannot compare with the rest. That one is very fuel efficient because once it's running the engine, it charges the motor battery, and then once it has charged it enough, then it uses it. So it alternates. So it can consume half this other non-turbos. Then we now have
plug-in hybrid electric vehicles.
Now we have plug-in hybrid, and then from plug-in we go to electric. But let's talk about plug-in.
Yeah.
Now the plug-in, it has got about 4 modes. It has got save, charge, hybrid, and then it has got eco. Like 4 of them. So you decide if the car is not charged. If it is not charged, it will deactivate the save automatically. So it have to use the
rest of the modes.
It has to use the fuel now.
Okay.
It has to use the petrol. If it's petrol, it has to use the petrol. But now, if it is charged, now you can put on hybrid.
Are you in charge? Do you have control?
You have to plug in the charging system. Okay. It's normally where the fuel on the other side. You plug in and you charge. Once it has some charge, it activates some of these things. Now you can be able to set on hybrid, whereby it can decide when to use the engine.
Also, when you are on motion, you can decide which mode to use.
Yes, which mode.
Whether electric or fuel.
Yes. If the battery does not have charge at all, you can actually set it on charge. So every time it is the engine is running, it is charging the batteries, the motor batteries, but it is not using that power at all. It is just charging. Now that time it is only consuming the fuel and charging the battery. So it is always good not to do that. just go and plug into the power, electric power, charge the battery. So that when you're moving, you can set it on hybrid, depending on whether you are climbing mountains, so that when it needs a lot of power, it just switches on the engine. And if you do not need a lot of power, you're just cruising, you can just put on eco mode, and you are using electric throughout. It is not using the fuel. You can actually charge it to the full capacity, and if your distance from your home to work is very little, you just need maybe 24 days to charge it again. So it will not use the fuel for 24 days. So you'll only need,
that's economic.
Yes, you will only need to start it to make the engine run, so which you just need to do that once in a week. You get?
And at the end of the day, it becomes very cheap.
It's very cheap in terms of sustainability, economically, it helps. Then now from there, you go to pure electric. So pure electric, you go to a charging system, you charge the batteries to full capacity. And then the full capacity of that particular battery, it will take you for about 500 kilometers. 500 kilometers.
Like from Nairobi to Mombasa.
Like from Nairobi to Mombasa. That is full charge.
Pure electric. Taking you all the way from Nairobi to Mombasa.
Yeah. And then you will get some of these cars like Tesla. They have got a technology whereby a full charge of the battery will take you around 600, 700 or 800 kilometers. But if you are driving during the day, as the car is moving, it's still charging the battery because of it is charging with the solar.
Really?
So as long as the battery has power, it will keep on going.
Awesome.
It will keep on going.
Sounds nice.
So you thinking that you're only going for 800 kilometers, if you're traveling during the daytime, you can even go 3 times, and probably it will never get exhausted.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It will never get exhausted, because by the time it is getting exhausted, you're probably only driving at night, or you are driving in Arctic Circle where the sun is only appearing for 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's great. Now, does it mean that you'll have to look for a very or else a special place where you can go and charge?
We have stations. Like here in Nairobi, you have stations. Like in some malls, we have some stations for. It's called what do you call this? Is it fast charge or what? This high voltage charge, where the car is charged within 30 minutes. But if you use the normal charging system at home, it will take you maybe 6 hours.
What you're saying is that you can even charge from home.
You can charge from home, but it will take a long time.
Electricity.
Yeah, normal electricity, but it will take a long time. So it take like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours for the car to be fully charged. But if you go to the charging systems, because it's high voltage, it's high power, they want to take like 30 minutes, and then it is full, and then you move on. It's just like a petrol station. 30 minutes it's full. So you choose whether you want to charge at night or you want to go and queue to charge the car.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much for helping us to understand, because it was somehow confusing. Now, back to where you are. What drives you to choosing between a 4-wheel drive and a 2-wheel drive? Because most of the times you may hear a client coming in, he or she just does the local errands, running, but then he or she is going for a 4-wheel drive. Is that advisable?
Like for example, let me talk about, these cars, we have got different names. We have got 4MATIC for Mercedes-Benz. We have got 4Motion for Volkswagen. Quattro for Audi. And many others for
Subaru.
For Subaru, and many others, they call themselves OWD.
Yes.
The majority of them, they call them AWD. Yes. And then we have got 4WD and 4x4.
Yeah, there's 4x4.
4WD and 4x4.
Is there a difference?
Yes, there's a difference. 4WD is full time. Then 4x4, you can engage. You can engage and disengage. There's a small gear to engage 4-wheel drive.
I've seen that.
You get it? It has actually 2 gear shifters.
Yes.
One is for the normal gears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other one is to engage 4-wheel drive or to disengage.
The bigger gear lever is for the normal gears.
For the normal gears. The small one is for the 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Now these other cars, like for example, like that TXL we have over there, you just switch from 4-wheel drive to just switch. It's the same. It's the old system with now technology. Just one switch.
Yeah.
Now that is 4x4.
Okay.
That is 4x4. It's 4-wheel drive as well. And then we have now 2-wheel drive. Now a 2-wheel drive is just a very basic car which is just giving power to the either rear wheels or forward wheels, because we have got rear drive or forward drive, just to make the car move. And it's not does not have any complications. It's just for driving on the tarmac roads, into the offices and back at home. You just don't need.
So that is most ideal for
office guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, office guys just go for
the
for a 2-wheel drive, either rear or 4-wheel drive. You don't have to complicate for 4-wheel drive. For a 4-wheel drive is a multi-purpose car. You can use it for an office. At the same time, you can use it to cruise to rough country, rough roads, and places where they are muddy. And that's why you see it has got some controls for muddy rock. So when you have a 4-wheel drive, you can even go for sandy places. So every wheel supports the car in one way or the other. So it's very difficult for that car to get stuck.
Like most of the NGOs.
Yes, like most of them
are very specific.
Yes,
they go for
4-wheel.
4-wheel.
Yeah. Because like I remember there was a time I was having an assignment in Kakuma sometimes back, and we wouldn't take any other car apart from a 4-wheel drive. Even when we were going to Mount Suso, the car had to be a 4-wheel drive. Yes. Because it has to inject power to every wheel for it to climb the mountain. So you need a car that has a lot of power, and that's why you see most of all these cars that are cruisers are mostly 4-wheel drive. But office cars, 2-wheel drive is okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. You don't need 4-wheel.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Now, what advice can you give to our viewers? Maybe there's someone who's there who's buying a car for the first time.
Let me tell you, people, especially people who are buying cars for the first time, they have got very high expectations. At the same time, they have got very little knowledge about the vehicle. Some of them, they need advice. Like personally, myself, I advise a lot of women on the kind of cars they want, because I would ask them general basic questions. How do they want to use the car? What makes them happy in their heart? ABCD. Get to see what the car offers, and then you see whether that's what you want. But at the same time, just like the way you don't eat the same food every day, it is always good to explore. If you have money, to have a change. Like for 2 years you've driven a CX-5. After 2 years, sell that car or bring it, we do a trade-in, then get a different brand.
So you don't have to wait until it breaks down.
No, you don't have to wait. Yeah, just give another person an opportunity to drive that car. You get another one. Let him drive that one, and then he will.
But there are guys who've got
personal attachment to certain vehicles.
Yes.
Those are those. Leave them alone. They have, like, especially you see anybody who is like past 50 years, they have got an attachment with cars. But I wouldn't want anybody to have an attachment with cars. Just be comfortable. Just be comfortable. Because, for example, I give you Lexus, which has got the same utility with Land Cruiser. Why would you choose Lexus and not Land Cruiser? Why would you get attached to Lexus and not Land Cruiser? Why? You know, you should answer that question. Why? And if you are able to answer that question, then go to your attachment. If you don't have an answer, give a chance to another vehicle. Change. You know, they say change is as good as rest. Yes. You may hate a certain car because you had, not because you have experienced it. Just experience that car, have a personal experience, and then feel it. Then you have a story to tell at the end of the day.
What are those who like, for instance, they are so much into Toyotas, they can't try another brand.
It is what they say. They say in Kenya, Toyotas have got a recent value. If you are buying a car with an intention to sell it in future, buy a Toyota. No problem with that. But if you are buying a car for your own comfort, please go for a Range Rover. Yeah. You go for a Range Rover. First of all, that car will serve you. By the time it is breaking down, 12 years.
Wow. It's hard.
And when it breaks down, you have to cough. So know where you are.
Yes.
Decide if you want to buy one spare, which is a bit expensive. And I'll give an example. You want to buy one spare for 100,000 in 10 years, or you want to buy spares worth 200,000 every month for 10 years. Decide. Choice is yours. At the end of the day, choice is yours. One is expensive, happens once in a while. The other one is cheaper and available frequently. Choice is yours.
Wow. So what you are saying, wasiogope kujaribu mpaka
wasiogope because just go and find like I had a guy who brought his Range Rover here. The Range Rover 2015. Now we want to sell that one because he want to upgrade to a 2023. What is he telling you? He's telling you that this 2015 has been serving him well. Now we want to upgrade to a better 2023. So it means that these Range Rovers, all these expensive cars, they are good. They are good. So get it if you can. And if you're looking for a car to sell, you can go to Toyota because it's easily, they're even cheaper. I mean, Toyota's, the most expensive one is about 20-25 million. You cannot compare with Lexus and Range Rovers of up to 30-35, 40-65 million.
Wow. Thank you very much for your advice.
Yes.
So happy to have you today. Thank you for the wisdom, the knowledge that you've given to our viewers.
And the rain.
And the rain is a blessing.
Now you need a 4-wheel drive. There's a rain, you need a 4-wheel drive. Yes.
Whenever there is rain,
Yes.
think of
A 4-wheel drive. Because of the rain.
traction.
Traction. Yes.
Oh, thank you very much.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Nashukuru.
To our viewers, we are very grateful. Thank you for keep following us for more and more. Thank you so much.
This is www@motorhub.co.ke. The numbers are 0798-500,000 or 0727-200-200. I think nitawawekia hapo chini ndio gari ishikwe vizuri.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.